Welcome to the show where the truth comes alive. St. James is here, so let's take a deep dive. Real talk, real vibes, it's the carnal church groove. Prelate in the house, watch the spirit move. The St. James Show, oh, here we go. Serving wisdom with the carnal flow. From the pulpit to the streets, we're keeping it real. Faith and life collide, that's the deal. Breaking down the walls, it's the church unfiltered. St. James preaching love, keeping hearts uplifted. Laugh, learn, grow, it's the vibe you'll respect. The carnal church sector, where we all connect. The St. James Show, the prelates here. Bold, uncut, bringing truth that's clear. Hit subscribe, take a seat, come through. It's the St. James Show, made just for you.
Well, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the St. James Show. I am your host. I am your prelate. I am your apostle for the evening, your prophet, St. James. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful Saturday evening here in California. It's raining like cats and dogs. Well, it just stopped right now. So, I'm still glad to be back in California. Thank you, of course, as always, for checking out the show and joining us here. Would you do me a great big favor? Hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button for me. And we will be so kind, to you if you just hit that share button and become a member. The link is in the description of this video. So make sure that you are a full supporter of the St. James Show. Listen, I am back in California, fresh from St. Louis. I got off the plane and went outside in the outside from the airport, and it was shining. It was wonderful. I didn't need a jacket or anything. And then as I got home, it was like storming, raining. But hey, I will take that over 10 degrees over there in St. Louis. I'll take it any day. So we're good. We are good. What's up, everybody? Uncle Paul does those songs for me. JP. Pretty soon he's going to give me the information to so anybody else wants some songs done, he can do that. All right. What's up? Fitness is everything is in the building. Londa member is here. Sister Hamilton is in the building on tonight. Marco, Lady Chaplain member. Kevin Moore members here. Shelby, our member. And I am Courtney Phillips is up in the building member. Rita Rue member is in the building. Thank you. What you say? Hey, I'm still railing from the thing. Listen here. Last night. Put a pin right there, Rita Rue. Thank you so much, K Rich. I see you are kicking off our goal tonight. It's only $5. We only put $5, not $10 or more. So I think it's the $9.99 or $10 or more on the goal. Just click the goal and help us reach our goal tonight. Now, if you want to do a lesser amount or a greater amount, you can do that as well. But tonight, our goal is 5 super chats, $10 or more to support the platform. Last night, Rita and Courtney, Vincent, I tell you, had diarrhea of the mouth. If I could have put a muzzle on Marcellus, I think we could have heard some more, We're going to have to put the muzzle right to the 5. Yeah, sure. You can send 888 over here. No problem. No problem whatsoever. I don't have a problem with no denominations. All right. But those of you who came in early, I think I've seen Alex that came in early and Tasha Haynes. was in here. Kelly Hayes was in here, Major Voice member. Thank you for being a member. And George O'Neill, thank you for joining us on tonight. We appreciate you coming through and greeting us on tonight. Miss Byrne too. All right. K Rich, is that, did I see? I know saw CC. Oh yeah, K Rich blessed us with our first goal. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Shelby. You doubled it. You doubled it. Thank you for helping us reach our goal this evening. And not only just meeting the goal, you did over and above. Thank you so much. And look at you. Londa came right behind you. Right behind you. Thank you so much, Londa, for helping us reach our goal on tonight. We appreciate you guys. Listen, again, last night was wonderful. It was long, but it was wonderful. And, and I got up about 6 o'clock over there in St. Louis and had to head off to the airport. But listen, my flights were good. I had great seats on both of my flights. I flew from St. Louis to Denver and then Denver on here to Fresno. So my flights were good. Had a wonderful time in St. Louis. I enjoyed Anita Wilson last night. And I just caught today, I had put a short up of her singing a little clip of Jesus Will, and I didn't know she would. I'd seen her point at me, but I didn't hear her say my name until I redid it again. And Jesse had said I didn't understand what they were saying, but yes, she did. That was so funny. I appreciate her. Even before that, she acknowledged me there, so I appreciate Anita Wilson and just a great concert that she gave. Listen, she's going to do it again, I believe, in the summertime. So they said, listen, Rick said, listen here. Don't be doing this stuff in the winter now. Them Chicago and St. Louis, all the Midwest and all that, when it's just freezing and bubbling over. Rick told her husband, listen, let's do this summer thing, all right? So I'm all for that as well. I would love for her to do. I think she's coming to Yoshi's again. I think Joy Roan is bringing her to Yoshi's. I think that's what Rick told me last night. I can't remember. But I know Rick is going to be, he's one of the presenters at the Music and Arts Global, May 1st through the 3rd in Stockholm, Sweden. Rick Robinson, the husband, producer of Anita Wilson, will be in Stockholm. He's bringing his song to the world. Again, more than anything, I lift my hands in total adoration unto you. You reign on the throne, for you are God and God alone. Because of you, my cloudy days are gone. I can't sing today, y'all, but that's the song. So I was glad to see that he's going to be there. J.J. Harrison's going there, coming. I have no reason to fear. He's bringing that song. David Bratton, who wrote Every Praise Is to Our God, he will be there. So we are going to have a wonderful time in Stockholm, Sweden, May 1st through the 3rd. So all of my people all around the world, make sure that you meet me in Stockholm. Because when I say you're going to meet me, you can meet me. And I really appreciated meeting some of the St. James supporters there in St. Louis. I appreciate you as well. Love to get out and just greet the people. Anita, she was so good last night. You know what I appreciated? She sung a plethora of music, from neo soul to jazz to gospel to, it was just fly me to the moon. Some like your big band. I mean, she did that thing. I was watching this couple who was sitting in the front, and they were really getting when she did the gospel, when they were younger too. I don't know why they were so starch. And when she started singing other music, they just sat there all starch and like, oh my God, I can't believe she's singing this type of music. And then they eventually, I think they left after, I don't even think they heard Jesus Will. Or they may have left right after. I'm not sure. Maybe they just had to leave. But I just, you know how you catch something in the spirit and you just kind of stay there. Yeah. What's up, Peaceful Storm? Good to see you. Sweet Pea for real. What's going on? What's up, Marcellus? Could you go in there and add me to your redirect list, please? It said you had to add me. So go in your studio and add me because I couldn't put you down. Marcellus is going live at 6 or maybe before. Can't be out here that long. And I think when I go, you have to be on for it to redirect everyone. It'll redirect everyone to his platform after I go off. So go do that, Marcellus. Yeah, you said you can't sit by people who are not into the, and they were into the music. It seemed like they were only interested in the gospel. They were only, I don't, for that reason, you shouldn't even came to City Winery. If you had hangups, you shouldn't even came to City Winery because that is not the church, so she just did such a wonderful job. So make sure when she does it this summer, that you catch a ticket. You're going to be so, it's going to be great. I had a charcuterie board last night at there. It was all right. I like different stuff on my charcuterie boards, but Okay. I'll do that after you get it done. Just let me know. Listen, everybody, let's get into this. So we've been following the Bishop Wayne Felton versus YouTube blogger, social media influencer, King Jives. King Jives, of course, is one of the bloggers that has been doing church news, church, and I don't like to say church gossip. I mean, he just brings a lot of things light to the church atmosphere that a lot of people don't want him to bring the light, and people like me, they don't like that stuff to come to light. They like to keep it under the rug, swept under the rug. But unfortunately, we have a platform and we bring certain things to light. Now, on this particular thing, he brought some things to light that caused him to be sued by Bishop Wayne Felton. Bishop Wayne Felton is a bishop out of Minnesota. They were friends. Well, they were cordial for a while. And he was even on Jives' show one time. There was some things going on at his church, some, internal things at the church. Jives put it out, but also put out some other defamatory statements that the judge did find. He was found liable for that, and he was ordered to pay $50,000 plus attorney's fees, court costs, and things like that. What's up, Global Ministries? Just being me. Good to see you. Elizabeth Welton is back on tonight. Good to see you. So we thought it was done. We thought it was done. But before the settlement, before that, the judge put the $50,000 and gave him attorney's fees and all that. They had a settlement. The settlement was going to wipe pretty much the slate clean. He wasn't going to have to pay any money. All he had to do was stop talking about Felton, stop talking about his church, take down all the videos in regards to the defamation and all those defamatory videos that he posted. But after the next day after the mediation or the settlement agreement, he came out and started to speak on the settlement agreement, which was confidential. And he also revealed that he had given the Zoom link to his moderators and some people on his channel, some friends or what have you. So that was a violation. So many violations going on. So sanctions after motions after motions, sanctions. And come to find out, after everything was finally settled and the judge was like, okay, you didn't adhere to that, they were going for about $750,000. They were, the Felton side, because they had made an agreement. If he violated the settlement agreement, he would pay $100,000 each violation. So they counted up about 7 violations. So they came to about $700,000. But the judge was like, listen, and I'm just, thinking, judge was like, listen, you had agreed to just, not charge him anything if he took the stuff down and all. So we're not going to automatically, even though I know y'all agreed to that, he ain't got no money. So what I'm going to do is slap $50,000 at him. So he is on the hook for $50,000, and he's on the hook for attorney's fees. Okay. So the attorneys did present their fees for the judge to agree to those fees. So we're going to just look into something new that popped up. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? I thought this was over, done with, finito. Let's start, figuring out how we going to pay this stuff. It's Happy New Year. What's up, Rico Montrell Brown? Good to see you. So he remained quiet. He would have been able to go on with his life without paying anything. Yes, Major Boys, you are correct. He had got he requested the mediation. Bishop Felton didn't request the mediation. He requested it, and Bishop Felton agreed. They went into mediation. They got the settlement agreement. He came out the next day, was shouting and dancing and shouting the victory. And it's like, and Felton's side didn't like that at all. They didn't like it one bit. So they immediately put a motion in, for violating the settlement agreement for him. So that went on and on and on. He missed a court date due to the hurricane that was happening. Judge still had leniency on him. And now in all this, now his attorney, Jives' attorney withdrew from the case, and the judge did allow him to withdraw. So going back into court, Jives went to court with absolutely no attorney. Not only was he being sued, but his company was being sued as well, his LLC company. And you know that you can't just walk into a courtroom with an LLC and say, I'm going to represent myself. That's just not how it goes. But he did it anyway. And listen, the judge just went on with it. He went with it. Now, after he was, the 50 grand and the court fees and stuff, we saw a new motion that comes up on the documents, and this stuff was over. It was over. Yeah. Did all that. So let's bring up a motion that Jives put up against Bishop Felton. Hit that like button, everybody. I appreciate you coming through, but don't just come in and sit down. Y'all didn't really do it. Y'all didn't really do a whole bunch of likes last night while we were on live. So I need y'all to hit that like button, okay? Listen, it doesn't cost you anything. No one knows if you did it or not. But, if you're going to be over here, could you at least do me that great big favor and hitting that like button? I would appreciate it, and everyone else on here would appreciate it, okay? So just hit that like button. Do y'all got something to drink? This is nothing but peach simply mixed with cranberry juice. Cranberry, whatever, cocktail simply. That's all I'm doing. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. When I got to Denver, I had this little bit of empanada, like a little empanada. That's all I had, and some water. And so I am hungry, but we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that a little bit later. All right. Did you hit that like button? Mods, how many likes do we are 2 away from our goal. We appreciate the 3 people who helping us reach our goal of $5 $10 super chats or more. If you would like to contribute, just hit that goal button on top of the chat, and it'll tell you which one we're doing. Put your stuff in there, and bam, we are close to meeting our goal. It should be fixed now. Okay, let me go over here. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this redirect really quick for Marcellus. So when I'm done, Marcellus, are you willing to go on earlier, or are you gonna stay at 6? I don't want to rush you. If you're gonna stay at 6, that's cool. I just don't know. This isn't a long drawn out thing. But I had Vincent and Marcellus on last night, and I know a couple of other people wanted to come on. But listen, Vincent was on a roll, baby. That Marcellus, like I said, I just needed to muzzle him, bridle his tongue, and we would have got some more. Woo! Vincent was going off. But we appreciate Vincent just being transparent. I don't think we had seen, he's been transparent. He has been transparent, but it seemed like he did a little extra last night. You know, would you agree? He did a little extra last night. We hadn't heard some of the stuff. Let me see if it'll work now. It worked. All right. Let me save. All right. So stay in the chat when I get off of here, and it'll shoot you over there to Marcellus, okay? If it thinks 6 takes time. 6 take your time. Okay. Okay. Well, what I was saying was, I was going to go off earlier, but I think you got to be live and for the redirect to happen. But it's okay. It's okay. If it don't work out this time, we will definitely do so. But it's in there. It's in there right now. So let's bring up the motion. Thank you so much, Peaceful Storm. You went over and above what we were asking for. You know what you deserve? Oh, you deserve it. Yes, you do. Love your commentary, jokes, and for taking us along for the travels. Oh, you are so welcome. Just wait till I get to Amsterdam and Stockholm. Just wait. Just wait. We are going to have a time, all right? So I thank you for helping me reach the goal tonight. So we only need, well, it should say 2 more, but I don't know why it says that. It should say 2 more, but it says 3 more. So I don't know what that is. I just finished watching the replay. Lord have mercy. Oh, from last night? Yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot. Yep. Mm-hmm. We're not going to talk about that right now, but yeah, I am first. Conscience is talking about something else now, but we're going to talk about conscience. We're going to talk about him. But that's all right. Everybody got to come to the light one day. All right. So this is something that Jives has put before the courts, and it was dated January 16th, okay, of 2025. Remember, Jives is he does represent himself, everyone. So don't be too critical. What's up, Nicole C? Don't be too critical as to verbiage and things in regards to this motion. Okay. So this is the motion that King Jives put before the court after everything was done and settled. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate you for putting a color on it for me. Thanks for sharing the need. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. But why is my thing? Is it changing? What does the goal say? It should say 1 more, but mine says 3. Let me get out of here and come back in. And it should say 1 more. I don't want to act like I'm not being truthful around here, because I know I only put 5, but y'all are giving them. So I don't know why it says 3 out of 5. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Okay, so let's get into this, everyone. All right. Make sure you put your comments and things in the chat, okay? What's up, Creeby? It says 3 more. I don't know why it says that. Okay, all right. We're going to go ahead anyway. All right. He writes, United States District Court, District of Minnesota, DeMario Jives individual and DiMaggio Media LLC defendants versus, I don't know if that, okay, Bishop Wayne R. Felton individually and the Holy Christian Church International. Motion for sanctions and dismissal. So not only is he trying to ask that Bishop Felton be sanctioned, he's also asking for a dismissal. Now, remember, the case is done. Attention, judge and all concerned parties. I respectfully submit this letter on behalf of myself, DeMario Jives, regarding the above referenced case, to request sanctions against the plaintiff, Wayne R. Felton Sr., and dismissal of the case due to his repeated and willful violations of the court's orders, including the confidential settlement agreement temporary restraining order, and subsequent court-mandated confidentiality terms. Right? I know, this is tripping. I don't know why it says that, Kevin. Evidence of violations. Number one, public dissemination of statements in violation of the confidentiality settlement agreement. The plaintiff released a public statement dated December 17th, 2024 and January 2nd, 2025, which violated the confidentiality terms explicitly outlined in the settlement agreement and reinforced by the TRO again. That's the temporary restraining order, okay? Issued on November 12th, 2024. Remember, we read the letter that Bishop Wayne Felton, I believe it was the January 2nd, 2025 letter. Thank you so much, JP. I don't know why that goal is still saying 3, but that meets our goal, but it doesn't say that. Thank you so much. You are the truth. Love you. Love you too. I appreciate your support. Yes, I do. Lord, I thought I had more than that. I thought I had 5 by now. Okay, let's continue. Remember, again, I believe I read the January 2nd letter that he had produced, okay, and disseminated to his church and his Reformation, okay? The judge, David Schultz, expressed that we were not to talk about each other, whether in post, email, or bring each other up in any social media setting. I, Demario Jives, did ask the judge when the opportunity was presented to me about what was okay to talk about. In the judge's own words, the judge, David Schultz, expressed that we were not to talk about each other, whether in post, email, or bring each other up in any social media setting. We are dead to each other, and if that is violated, we will be back in court. These words are on the court records. Oh, you have to hit the gold button? I didn't think you had to. Okay. Oh, you have to hit the gold button. That's what I was telling everybody. Hit the gold button on top. Why I said it for an hour. I said it for an hour. Oh, it says start another goal. This is so weird. Okay, I'm not doing something right. I'm sorry. I must have said it for 5 minutes or something weird. But thank you. You guys still hit the goal, I believe. That was 5. I appreciate you guys. All right. In the statement, the plaintiff included detailed accounts of the settlement proceedings and allegations against Mr. Jives, which directly contravene the agreed upon gag order. Number 2, publication of court proceedings sent out via email to a wide range of people. It was set for only 10 minutes. Sorry about that, y'all. My bad. But we got it anyway, so we got it. And he puts a link to a video. The content contradicts the court's explicit orders requiring immediate removal and prohibition of any discussion of this case. Number 3, pattern of continued non-compliance. Despite warnings and motions filed by the defendant, the plaintiff has demonstrated a consistent pattern of ignoring the court's directives. My God. Evidence of these violations have been detailed in correspondence between counsel, including the demand letter sent on September 25th, 2024, attached as Exhibit A. They're giving me hell tonight. This is some interesting wording here, Londa. Legal basis for its dismissal. So he gave the court previously that was the violations that he is stating Bishop Wayne Felton did. Under Rule 41B of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, a plaintiff's willful noncompliance with court orders provides sufficient grounds for dismissal. Hit the like button, everybody. The plaintiff's actions have not only undermined the integrity of this case, but have also caused irreparable harm to the defendant, necessitating the immediate dismissal of the complaint with prejudice. I've never heard that word used like that. Necessitating. That's necessity. But necessitating the immediate dismissal of the complaint with prejudice. Necessity. Yeah, but I've never heard it used like that. What Mari say? I can't find you, Mari. Where are you at? Prohibit. Listen, it was just felt a little weird. Okay, so Rule 41B of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedures allows a court to dismiss a case if a plaintiff willfully fails to comply with court orders. Now, let's not forget, there was a lot of things that Jives did not comply to that led Felton to present quite a few motions of contempt. Okay? Failure to prosecute. A court can dismiss a case if the plaintiff fails to prosecute. Failure to comply with court orders. A court can dismiss a case if the plaintiff fails to comply with federal rules or court orders. Sanction. A court can use Rule 41B as a sanction to address plaintiffs who abuse the judicial system. It's accusing Bishop Felton of being an abuser of the judicial system. Rule 41, dismissal of actions, 2024 Federal Rules of Civil. A court can also dismiss a case on its own initiative or upon a defendant's motion. Rule 41B is a valuable tool for case management, allowing judges to dispose of cases that are not being diligently prosecuted. The requested relief. We're getting into the relief, everybody. Number one, dismissal of the case with prejudice. Throw it out, judge. Get it out of here. You already ruled. You said I got to pay $50,000 plus court costs, but as of this date on the 16th of January, I need you to throw it out. That's what he's requesting. Get it out of here, judge. Giving the plaintiffs deliberate violations, we respectfully request that the court dismiss the complaint with prejudice as a sanction for noncompliance. Number two, imposition of additional sanctions. We further request that the court impose financial sanctions against the plaintiff to deter further violations and cover the legal costs incurred by the defendant due to these repeated breaches. Judge, you ain't got no attorney. What legal costs? No offense. Number three, Princess, does it matter? Immediate enforcement measures to prevent future violations. We ask the court to appoint a compliance officer or implement alternative measures ensuring that no further breaches occur. In conclusion, in light of the plaintiff's repeated and egregious violations of this court's orders, it is evident that Archbishop, he calls him Archbishop this time, Archbishop Felton has disregarded his legal obligations under the settlement terms and the TRO, temporary restraining order. These actions have caused undue harm to the defendant and significantly impede the judicial process. We therefore respectfully urge the court to dismiss this case with prejudice and impose appropriate cash to uphold the authority of this court. Thank you for your attention to this matter. We look forward to your guidance and ruling. And then we have some attachments. Let's go to the attachments that were provided. Let's go back to the attachments. Was it that one or this one? I think it was this one. Londa, catch up. Of course the case was closed. What that mean? Got a motion on the table. Got to deal with it. Let's look at the exhibits. Let me go back. Was that it? Let's see. Look at the exhibits. Close, close, close. What does that mean in court? Case dismissed. What the hell does that mean? That don't mean nothing. All right. So he put in the confidentiality for settlement purposes only. This is what the agreement was. Defendants shall execute a settlement agreement requiring to remove and delete all post statements and other content concerning or related to Bishop Wayne R. Felton, his family, or Holy Christian Community, Holy Christian Church International, not to make any further post statements or other content concerning or related to Bishop Felton, his family, and or the church, not to initiate interaction with Bishop Felton, his family, and the church, and from visiting their current and future homes and churches. They don't want you in their church, Jives. Not to sell, distribute, or transfer any information from its current or future online platforms to any other person, blogger, or entity concerning or related to Bishop Felton, his family, or the church. And in the event that they breach any of the above terms, after the parties have executed the settlement agreement, to be liable for a confession of judgment in the amount of $100,000 per violation. So now you see where I'm getting that $100,000, and there were about 7 violations, all right? Neither plaintiffs nor defendants shall disparage the other, including their families and the church, is admitting to liability. So neither one is admitting to liability or wrongdoing. See, this was what they agreed upon before the shouting video and before he revealed to the world that he gave out the Zoom link for everyone to see the settlement agreement conference. Okay? So it said neither plaintiff nor defendant shall disperse the others, including their families and the church. Neither plaintiff or defendant is admitting to liability or wrongdoing and shall breach the confidentiality of this settlement agreement, except as may be required to file suit in court to enforce the provisions of this settlement agreement. By Jives going out, when he went out and did that video, everybody, about he won and the victory, see, that immediately violated 2B, admitting to liability or wrongdoing. There was supposed to be absolutely no winners, no losers, no nothing like that. Yeah. Each party shall pay its own attorney's fees, costs, expenses, and the like. He smooth got out of paying the $27,000 or $28,000 of attorneys and court costs, attorneys fees and court costs. He had got out of it scot-free. The settlement agreement shall contain a global release of any claims of the parties could have made or have made collectively or individually against another party up to and including the date the settlement agreement is fully executed. The parties shall file a stipulation of dismissal after the signing of the settlement agreement. It was going to be dismissed. It was going to be gone. In the event of breach of any provision of the settlement agreement by any party, the prevailing party shall be entitled to all reasonable attorney's fees, costs, expenses, and the like related thereunto. The above are all the material terms of this full and final settlement. It was done. In the event of any disagreement between or among the parties prior to the full execution of this settlement agreement, the parties, as part of the material terms thereof, agreed that this court may and its sole discretion elect to use an informal or formal resolution of such disagreement, and the decision of the court shall be final. This court, however, will not change the material terms set forth in this agreement. Okay. Now remember, and he also put what I read to you. This was the letter from Bishop Wayne Felton that he put out to his church and out to the Holy Christian Church International, his membership, and also the Reformation, the Communion of Holy Christian Churches. Okay. I'll drop the link in a minute if anybody wants to come up and chit chat about this. All right. So I read this, so we're not going to go into all that. Okay. All right. So before the judge ruled on his motion for dismissal to a closed case, the judge put in an order, and the judge put in this order: the court previously awarded plaintiffs fees to enforce a settlement and file related motions. Now plaintiffs submit a declaration requesting $27,845 in fees, finding plaintiffs' rates and hours worked reasonable. Plaintiffs are awarded the requested $27,845. What is up, ODS? How are you, sir? How are you? What were you talking about, those balls you was eating? I didn't understand. You said the bono balls or something? You said something today. I was listening. What them balls you was over there? Somebody said they tried your balls. And I was trying to figure out what they was talking about. Bango balls or something you said? Bootin' balls. Okay, what are those? There's a lot of ball talk. What's up, Giselle? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so before the judge ruled on the motion that Jives provided the court with against Bishop Felton, he gave the order for Felton to go figure out how he gonna get the $27,845 from Jives. All right. So now let's read the order of the judge responding to, I believe, is this it? This is the order, y'all. So I read y'all the thing. So here we go. Booting balls are the best. Oh, no, that. What's up, Catherine? Defendant Demario Jives moves for sanctions and dismissal of this closed case. Docket number 91, Jives claims that plaintiff Wayne R. Felton has repeatedly and willfully violated this court's prior orders by publicly disseminating statements in violation of a confidential settlement agreement. To be clear, the court deemed it appropriate and necessary to allow plaintiffs the opportunity to address the statements made by defendants for a 45-day period from the date of this order. Y'all remember that? I guess Jives forgot that, but we remembered it. I know I did. After which time the plaintiffs were ordered to comply with the confidentiality and disparagement terms of the settlement agreement. Order docket number 84. Plaintiffs issued the statements identified by Jives within that 45-day period. Accordingly, his motion is denied. Now that the 45-day window has ended, both parties, listen up, Saints, the judge is about to be tied here. Both parties are strongly advised to move on. Somebody type "move on" in the chat. I need everybody in that chat. Come out of the bushes and type it. Move on. You can just say "move on" or hashtag "move on." I need you to put "move on." The judge said move on from this dispute as they intended when agreeing to a settlement. It is hereby ordered. Defendant's motion for sanction and dismissal is, what are we saying, ladies and gentlemen? Denied. Move on. That's a word, Judge. Sometimes you just got to move on. Ain't nothing else you can do about it. You got to suck it up. You got to deal with the consequences, and you got to move on. Oh, that's the word for the day, y'all. Move on. There you go. That's what I need. And I want y'all to put it in the chat because I really want Jives to get it. Ain't even no shade. Move on. Figure out how the $50,000 is going to be paid, how the $27,845 in court costs and attorney fees is going to be paid. Move on out of my life. Move it. I don't either, but it's happened now. Figure out the plan. How are you going to get rid of this debt? I haven't spoken with Wayne Felton, but from what we've seen, he even allowed the mediation to happen. He didn't want Jives' money. He just wanted Jives to shut up and stop talking about him, his family, and his church. Simple. Take it down and shut up. So it leads me to believe, I'm not going to say he should, say, oh, we just forget it. We'll call it a wash. But it leads me to believe that he possibly would work something out if your spirit was right. If you had a change of heart. Study to be quiet. That's a word there too. What y'all think? if his spirit was right, change your heart, sincere, Felton know you ain't got no money. And taking little checks here, little checks there, little, I mean, can it be done? Yeah, I guess. But the man had a whole bunch of money to blow, not to blow, but he had a whole lot of money to spend on these excellent attorneys that he had. Mm. $77,845. 77,000. Put that in the chat, somebody. Is 50,000 plus the court fees and attorney's fees. He had time and money, Shelby. Now, Jives owes $77,845 for a story, for making it more juicy, putting a little yeast to it, making it click, making it view, got to get the clicks and views. That story and talking about Felton was worth $77,845. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see where it even balances. Even now, I would be over there sending Sister Felton, First Lady Felton, some edible arrangements or something. I ain't supposed to go to the church. But you're going to get some roses, have some pillow talk with the bishop. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm a wretch undone. But I ain't got no $77,845. Ask him for a payment plan. You said, see, that ain't good. They said Jives and quiet in the same sentence not going to happen. We're going to have, where is your faith, Dana Dane? He better go butter up to Sister Felton and have some pillow talk. Could you please have some pillow talk with the bishop? I can only give him about $100, about $100 a month. I can only give him about $100. I went through a hurricane. My fish died. My dogs are hungry. I can only give him about $100 a month. What's up, Angie? That's all I can do. Sister Felton, can you talk to your husband? You say you better find it. At this point, here's a lady said, my mom used to say, don't write no checks your ass can't cash. That's what they said back in the day. And I don't think this check is able to be cashed. It's bouncing all over Minnesota. Oh, God. Oh, but you know what? I have faith. See, I got that kind of faith that sees the impossible. Sees the invisible. Oh. So there's they saying you better find it. That's what they saying. But y'all see what I'm saying? Global Ministry say it wasn't worth it. I searched the net for members of Felton Church to see if they published any stories. None. Seems like things weren't as they were. No, they were not. They were not. That was a situation that was being handled internally and also being investigated and handled by the local authorities in both entities. Said they find no fault. And after they said they find no fault, it should have been a nothing burger. They couldn't have sent me a letter, an email. They couldn't have sent me pictures for me to get on there and start talking about the story. If it had already had been adjudicated in-house. Whenever the Lord says peace, there'll be peace. Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay. What can we do, Felton? What can he do? What can he do? My commercials are commercialing. That's just for the ones who won't like and they don't support the program. So they're supporting by watching the commercials. Get Prime, get YouTube Premium and no commercials. You just come in here. You don't have to hit the like button. You can cuss me out on the slide and just watch and don't even have to give nothing. And you won't see no commercials. Make it worth your while by coming over here. Short bus. I don't know. Where's this? Let me put down the StreamYard link. We got a few minutes. Y'all, before Marcella's gonna go live, but you're gonna be automatically redirected over to Marcellus, okay? So don't go nowhere. But there is the link there if anybody would like to come up and have some words or some encouragement, something in regards to this story. You ain't get you said you got preview because you can't have no interruptions. I feel you. That's what me too. I can't have no interruptions. I don't understand some of these content creators who like showing like other people's YouTube stuff, and then the commercials come in. I'm like, that's your business. Why would you want to have commercials interrupt? That's an expense that you need because you're showing that on your show. That's a business. Let me not put these people up on no too much game, you know. Shawty said he gonna stick to being interrupted. Yeah, we know, Shawty. I don't see you as the premium buying guy type of guy, Shawty Shaw. I just don't. Something in my spirit says you're not like the premium purchaser guy. I hear that. A sweep around your own front door. Oh God. Let's shout to friend that James Solomon says, I'm still shocked his friends let him file this. Aren't they intelligent? When I read it, James, my head just went down. I was sitting on the plane in Denver because it was snowing and they was removing ice from the runways so we can take off or whatever they was doing. We was sitting there for a while. And I started reading the document and my spirit was vexed. First of all, you can't even, you're not supposed to present that without an attorney. You're an LLC. You can't and why in the world would you request a dismissal on a case that has already been adjudicated and finalized? Done. And everything that he's accusing Felton of doing, he did it. Documented in court records. That's the crazy part. That ain't the next. Jesus dropped the charge. They're not dropped. We can't sing the O'Neill twins today. They didn't get dropped. Yeah. Are you in Denver? I'm glad you got. I know. I was like, let's go. I seen the plane there. I was like, let's board. Let's get out of here. Don't you? I am not trying to stay in Denver. I don't have nothing against Denver, but I was trying to get home. But everything went seamless today. I mean, I went to the hotel. The airport in what was that? St. Louis, and got on there. Went through checkpoint. Listen, I don't know what's on me. Can I share something with you? It happened to me going and coming. And I made sure to wear no belts, no anything like that. But both places, here and in Denver and in St. Louis, they have to rub my groin down. And they show me on the screen, they say there's something right in the middle. And I said it must be that steel. Both here and in St. Louis, they had to pull me over to the side and rub me down. They had to show me their hands, and he said, I'm going to go down, could you spread them, and I'm going to come back up, and I'm going to go like this down your groin, and I'm going to go down. Packing some steel, baby. I don't know what's going on around here. It must be gold down in them heels. I'm just saying, I don't understand it, because I'm telling you, when I travel like that, I dress appropriately so I won't have to just start disrobing everything. I had on joggers. I had on, regular drawers. I didn't have on it's out there talking about we need to go down your groin. And I'm like, and they show me each time. They're like, you see on the screen, it's right there. They said there's some kind of metal or steel going on in there. I said, gone, then, gone. Do what y'all need to do. I don't. Oh, that was weird to me. Weird. So come here, y'all. I was over there at Conscious I was on the plane in St. Louis. I was on the plane to St. Louis. I wasn't on the plane yet. I think it was an airport. And Concha was on there talking about Dwayne Youngblood. And he was talking about the case. Sounds like we're not on the different spectrums here. Sounds like we're on the right road together. What's up, La? Balls? I guess so. I don't know what's going on. Superman, I have no idea. Yeah. Courtney says there's gold in them there heels. Like the guitar painting. What you talking about? Oh, the guitar behind me. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm like, what's he saw that? You saw that too? You saw that over there, Conscious? I was like, wait a minute. You still, he is not with still the Blackburn, calling him a low down. I didn't buy that whole Blackburn thing. That was a skit that Todd set up and created, produced, written, and executed. I think he had to come to Jesus meeting, creepy. Mm-hmm. I am back. Thank you, D. Janelle. These Bobby, right? I was like, hold on, and do it fast. Don't be slowly grazing over my groin. Do it fast. Hurry up. Yeah, but I was like, he's seeing things how we're seeing. See, I think one of the biggest issues that didn't happen that we were expecting, of course, all of this stuff is coming from Larry. Like we said last night, we can't even say Youngblood said it because we didn't hear none of this from Youngblood. Youngblood didn't come out and tell us about no affidavits from people who were violated by TD Jakes. None of them affidavits, if that's what you want to call them, talked about anything except Richard Youngblood. And like Conscious said, okay, that's your brother. You'll say anything for your brother. So how the court's going to deem that as any credible? I think it was too, that girl. I think it was too, and I'm going to stick to it. That's my opinion. It may not be true, but I say that whole, even with the ending in the prophecy with Lovi Elias, that seemed a little suspect to me. But listen, it's just an opinion. Don't crucify me for an opinion, but it looked a little staged to me. And then he's on there talking, Tyrone is on there talking low. And I think Maury is the one that said, Maury, is you the one that said you're waiting for the words he used in the response to be disseminated on that interview? And it never really came to fruition. And then that whole story about he was suicidal once and he would listen to Mike Todd and listen to T.D. Jakes, and that's a reason why he wanted to take on this case, because he was so disappointed because they helped him in his time of despair. And then Mike Todd goes and spits on his hand and puts it on his brother's face as a demonstration. So that knocked out your liking for Mike Todd. And then you hear all these Diddy parties and freak-off parties for T.D. Jakes. Ain't you an attorney? Did you get any clarification or any proof before you took all your liking away from Bishop Jakes? Oh. No vocabulary, Maury. You didn't hear it, huh? People are still stuck. Yeah. Making it up as they go along. And you're doing it pro bono now for Youngblood because he's such an honest and transparent person, huh? Ooh, Blackburn. You have to get some better script writers. These script writers you're using are not working out for you, buddy. Ooh, I can't wait for Jake's team to... Now, like I still say, they better come with some fire and some heat. We don't want another story time. We don't need another hero. We know who Jakes is and all that. We need y'all to produce some... Either they come out with a response or they come out with an amended complaint with a few more additions to it. I mean, too, I was embarrassed for him. It was like, sir, this is not working out for you. The whole, what's this? The whole production here is not really good. He sounded young and sassy. Just like Whitehead. Them New Yorkers. Finally, what do you say? He meditating. He meditated on the fire. Please. Legal jargon for dummies. Yeah. You said Jake's team needs Felton's attorneys. Listen. Felton got some attorneys over there. But you know what? It wasn't. I think they did a great job in how reading all this and how it came in and how they responded to things. They did their job, the Felton team. But this was an easy win. You know, it was an easy win because they were still out here talking about a white woman. This ain't got nothing to do with it. It didn't have anything to do with the white woman. The white woman issue had been resolved. The white woman was emailing Felton. Guess she was trying to be the bitch you got a chick on the side. I bet you got it. He was trying it, but it didn't quite work out for her. He never responded. So all her theory as to he was trying to get me, that was null and void. But they was out here talking about this white woman. This white woman is like, y'all talk about the thing that's really in this court. It ain't this white woman, you know. So it was like an easy win. I don't think it was, you know. Oh, you back say, oh, there you go. I didn't see. I didn't see.
That's all right. You mean a white lady done cost this man almost $100,000?
That white woman done cost Jives $77,845.
Holy cow, man!
And let's see if she sent him a check.
Wow. And because I didn't even understand the totality of what all of that was about, because I never really followed that case, right? But I have to say,
real quick, Global, yes, that was the case. The bishop of the people who were investigated on the church realm had cleared him along with the law. Because over there at Marcellus, they can, you can go to jail for a pastor messing with a layperson.
Oh yeah, because it's like clergy abuse or whatever it is they consider it. Absolutely. But you said something that triggered me, and now I'm trying to remember what you said that made me want to come up here. There was something else you said about the theater of it all. The
I was saying, it was a bad producer, writer, and actor.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, St. James, real talk, I don't know how a lawyer who doesn't know you just comes out of the woodwork to offer all of his services for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is like, and then you guys come together, and then certain vloggers go, oh, I'm gonna have this person on. I've never met them. I've never talked to them.
Yeah. Why are you giving us all this pre?
So it's kind of funny to me. That's why I said, oh, that's really interesting. But this whole thing, I don't think, like you said before, that's what you said that triggered me. If TD Jakes' team does not respond properly to this, I want everybody to understand this entire case is over.
It is. It really hinges upon their response to his complaint.
Absolutely.
Response. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna say that the judge is probably gonna dismiss this just because it's stupid and oh boy doesn't have a case. So the judge is gonna look at this like
let's think about that though. No, but he's not suing. Jakes is suing him. So if you're saying the judge is going to dismiss it, that means they're going to throw Jakes's deal out. But the conspiracy theory is null and void then if they throw it out.
Well, I think they may end up condition on it so that he could possibly refile once he got his ducks in a row and once they did the proper investigation.
You froze? He froze. You froze, Marcellus. They are trying to justify Blackburn saying he couldn't. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Can you see me, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh,
good. Okay. They're trying to justify Blackburn saying he couldn't afford a lawyer. But what? Okay, so that still don't justify why Blackburn wanted to be his lawyer, because the nigga couldn't find an attorney. No, you can't, because you don't have a case and it looks suspicious.
Okay, well, wait a minute. You live in Pennsylvania. How you end up with an attorney in New York? If you couldn't afford an attorney, you was working part-time, wouldn't you first look around where you live at to find somebody who's going to represent you? How does an attorney in New York get your information in order to help you and assist you with a case?
Right. Well,
but okay, ladies,
remember, Blackburn was on the TikTok, and
well, let's go here. Keep in mind and keep the main thing. A $6 million request was sent over to TD Jakes by Blackburn from the get-go.
Yeah.
So we need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So Blackburn, now was he working pro bono even with this $6 million request that he had made? Was he not going to get a piece or paid anything from the $6 million?
He probably told, listen here, hold on. Let's just send this money over there. Don't worry about paying me. We gonna get paid.
It's bullshit.
Now, Courtney said she has a feeling the judge will dismiss. My thing with that, you see what they were asking for. They were asking for a dismissal. But if the judge dismisses, how does that work with the anti-slap crap?
Well, I think the judge is going to throw it all out. I don't
You
think
think so?
I don't even think that anti-slap comes into play with this, St. James, to be honest. If you read it, the anti-slap motion doesn't necessarily fit with the scenario of this case, in my opinion. Now, I'm not a lawyer.
But I think they would, if it's dismissed, I think because they're asking for the dismissal.
Well, but
So if it's dismissed, and in their thing at the bottom it said that was part of it, you know,
but I don't think it's going to be dismissed because of the anti-slap motion. I think it's going to be dismissed because the judge is going to slap this down completely, because evidentiary, I don't look at either side as producing enough information and evidence to bolster their claims on both sides.
That's what I'm saying. They better come with the heat next week, because I don't think they're going to wait until the 14th.
No, I think
they already have it together.
3 days before is when we probably should see some movement over there. And the reason why I'm having some 3-day movement things is just something about that 3 days is sitting with me. So right before the 14th, I think about 3 days before
the spirit is saying 3 days.
Yeah,
huh?
Okay. About 3 days. I don't know. Let's see. I could be wrong, but let's just see. You know,
long enough you ain't asking for $59.99 for your, you know, to tell your, you know, your prophecy.
Yeah. Well, I just think overarching those vloggers, and I've just been trying to keep an open mind, just like you, St. James.
Yeah.
I just can't, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. When we talk about the fact that the abuser became the accuser, and people just really, I don't think understand. And if you don't know the whole history behind his essay on those young men, we're going to have a conversation. I'm sure some of you have gotten this information from other platforms, but you may not necessarily have heard me talk about it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about it. But St. James,
you're going to go on in a few.
Yeah. I don't believe he has thought about, well, let me give y'all my honest opinion. I think he was tricked into this.
I think he was a little coerced. I think so.
I really do. This is my personal opinion.
He went with it, and he's broke, and he said, you know, he's like, I think that was said previously. He doesn't have a name. His name is Shot. Right. So why not go for the gusto? Listen to, maybe I can get me some millions. Just being me. It was responded to. We read the response yesterday or the day before. He responded properly in what he's calling properly.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, let me answer, Shardy. If you look at the any of the descriptions of my videos, I list the song title and the artist in the description. It's already there for you.
It's on your show.
Just go to any of my recent videos.
Shardy is always off topic. Stay on topic, Shardy. What's up, Regina? You want to come up? You got anything to say, Regina?
I would love to hear from Regina. Absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you, my personal opinion is this is gonna be thrown out if TD Jakes' team does not put some of the pieces together and present this to the judge. This man done mentioned Manasseh Jordan. He done mentioned all kinds of stuff and threw stuff at this situation.
As an attorney, though, he knows that you have to present the court with facts.
Right.
You're presenting the court just with a whole bunch of blogs and a whole bunch of accusations, and
TikTok.
Nothing in those accusations that you submitted was ratified in a court of law.
Yeah, TikTok did it. TikTok.
NCB. I mean, Facebook. All these, you know. I think he even put up stuff like I think the Christian magazine or something, but they just did stories. They didn't even say he was guilty. They just did the story about what was being said.
Right. They just said these what our people are alleging. And if you notice, all those articles said alleging. The judge is not going to look at that and say, oh, he's guilty of this, because that's just stuff that people alleged.
Right.
And then go ahead. And here's another point that you made earlier. He's a public figure. You're boasting your claim and your anti-slap motion on the fact that he's a public figure, and then you come on the back end and say, well, this is what they were saying about him in the public, and he's I'm going to give you this anti-slap thing because, he's kind of like a big corporation and we should
Yeah.
be allowed to speak about him like we want to. That's just not how that works.
No, you can't defame somebody's name and character and say, well, we can do it because of your public. No, if you're going to say they did something to you or whatever, you need to present the facts of it. You need to present the proof of it. So, listen, this is yes, does not work. And no, it does not. Conjecture. So, you have to. So I'm just interested in. This is so crazy. So tell me about. Yeah. Okay. I was sneezing when I got into the was it St. Louis?
I'm surrounded by fire, so
that's you're gonna yeah. It's and it's something that I just kept sneezing like back to back. I'm like, well, who got this bad cologne or perfume or something on? I was just confused. I just kept on sneezing. Would you like to speak to Wayne Felton on behalf of Jives? What do you think? You said you hate for this to happen.
Ooh. Well, let me tell you why I said that, because it's not good for any vlogger.
No, it's not.
It's kind of embarrassing, first of all, for vloggers, especially when you're telling these stories. Now, and I was going to ask you this earlier, but I felt like they would have beat me up in the chat if I asked you this question. So I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to still get beat up a little bit. But was Jives telling the truth, though, about some of this stuff? Or was he just outright lying? I don't know. Was he telling the truth? Because sometimes when Jive gets a hold of a story, he's telling the truth. Now, he may not have all the pieces together, but most cases, Jives he be on it.
I'm going to say this to that. There is absolutely no proof presented to anyone or anything that corroborates all the things that Jive said about
him. He didn't have a text message, a video.
No, nothing.
Well, that's not like him. What happened there?
Just maybe somebody told him something or rumor or something, but there was absolutely not. If that was the case, it would have been provided to them, because he was being sued on the defamation, the calling him this, the saying his wife did this, that's what he was being sued on. So,
but that's normally not like Jives. Go ahead, Regina. I'm sorry.
Hi, guys.
Hey, good to see you.
Child, I am not turning this camera on because I'm laying up in this bed in my cozy, comfy pajamas.
You
after this long day that I had. Y'all know I'm still taking care of my brother, helping him out over here. Get him rehabilitated. Oh my goodness, strokes are real, y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves now. Strokes are real. Yeah, they are real and they happen, and you got to take care of yourselves. But I said, well, shoot, since I had a little time, let me go ahead and jump on here and see what my two favorite guys are doing. What y'all?
Well, I presented. I don't know if you heard me read that motion that Jives put before the court, asking them to put sanctions on Felton. Now the case is over.
Oh no!
And he asked them to be, because Felton put out that letter to his membership and to his organization in regards to the case. But the judge gave a 45-day window for him to do just that. And I don't know why Jives, well, first of all, he doesn't have an attorney. So he's not thinking in the right legal mind frame. I don't know who's advising him or who advised him that letter to the court would even fly 2 feet. But the man had 45 days to disseminate the information in regards to the case to his community and to who he felt needed to, know the information. If I read the letter, someone sent me the letter. I read it. So it wasn't Felton telling me it. He told that information to his membership and to his church's organization. So Jive said he violated the agreement, and it's like, no, he didn't, Jives.
Oh my God! Well, let me say this.
Reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental.
Let me say this. Just let me put it to. I love Jives. I love him. Yeah. And I don't do any commentary content because I don't like I wouldn't do the same thing for you two gentlemen either.
Mhm.
But however, I thought that whole thing was done. I don't know how it resurfaced or came
It
back
was.
again.
It
I
was.
thought it was done, and I pray that Jives and Felton just let this thing, go away. It's too much. It's too much. We could be doing so much more with our time. I think they're both great people. And again, I love Jives. I just don't like getting in the middle over all this kind of stuff because when we start talking about it, even given the story,
Mhm.
then we become the bad guys because we're all in this whole YouTube circle
Yeah.
together. And that could be a little sticky ground.
It
And
could be. But I
yeah.
got holy boldness.
Well, and you're gonna be talking about. Listen, listen here, Regina. I said great things about the young man the last
Mhm.
time, and he still cussed me out.
Yeah.
So it don't matter whether you say good things or bad things. You still gonna get hammered. It don't matter.
I think this is very important, regardless of who it is. This is an important case for bloggers, for all
It
of us.
is.
Because
Now, yes, you're absolutely right with that. Saying that
yeah.
1000%, you're absolutely right. Got to be cautious about what
Mhm.
you bring on your platforms because all the money that you make on YouTube can be going to these other people,
That's right.
along with some more money out your pocket. Just because you want to get clicks and likes,
Yeah.
listen. Some stories ain't worth coming on your platform. Some you just need to be in the bushes, listening and watching, but not putting on your platform. It's too hard working these YouTube streets getting this money. It's too hard.
Yeah.
You need 10,000. You need about 10,000, 500,000 video, 500,000 views just to get a little decent money.
Just to get some real good, decent money. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes.
So
Mm-mm.
and that it again, that's why it's so important for us to talk about it and not talk. I mean, I bring some comedy and some gesture or whatever to it, but it's very important for other bloggers to click in and to look at what has happened because it can be you if you decide to go this route. Listen, you can't allow people to send you stuff and you just run with it.
No, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, you
And I
got to be cautious when it comes to that. Absolutely.
Thank
and
you
I
so
think
much,
that
Giselle.
well, and that's one of the reasons why when I get moderators or I get people who send me stuff, I will a lot of times I'll go look at it and then sometimes I'll tell them I'm not telling this story.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because not every story is worth you covering or talking
No.
about. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the church. I'm not going to report on everything that happens.
Right. Right. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's our job to do because
Right.
we're not. So some things that people need to learn from in private, and there's something that people will learn from public experience.
Right.
And I don't think everything is for us to learn in the public. But if we don't learn it in private, sometimes
Yeah.
God pushes us out there in the public to say, okay, you gonna pass it this time, or we gonna continue passing this mountain. So
But I will say this: if there was an agreement, and if Felton has violated that agreement,
mhm.
then Jives would have the right to proceed with legal actions because the agreement was violated. He would be able to do that. That's just the law part of it.
Well, yeah,
But
definitely, because regardless if there's a violation anytime, because they were told not to say each other's name, not to do this, not to do all that, or the whole list of deals that I read tonight, and Felton hasn't done one thing on that list.
oh
He
gosh,
complied by everything on that list, but we know that Jives has not. We witnessed it live, him violating the settlement agreement. And again, Regina, this was done with the mediation. Felton said, listen, you want mediation? I will oblige you. Got in the mediation. They said, shut up, take everything down. Don't say my name. I'm not going to say your name. Don't come to my church and I won't go to yours. You don't know me. We're done. He got out of there not paying one dime to Felton. The next day, he talked about it.
Oh, they were shouting and dancing.
And revealed that he gave the Zoom link to people.
They were shouting over there dancing, hucking in the bucket.
So,
I'm gonna go back and watch the top of your video. I'm just coming in and I just came in here, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch the top of the video. Oh
yeah,
my God.
you have to watch it, and you have to watch the letter that was, It was
Oh,
it was kind of really embarrassing because he doesn't have an attorney, and any attorney would have told him, you can't, no, you can't, he didn't
oh,
violate anything. He had 45 days to talk about it from the
oh.
settlement date.
Where'd Marcellus go? What are you trying to go to the restroom?
I don't know. He dropped off. I know he's going live at 6. I'm gonna have a redirect to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I pray that all of that stuff works out because
yeah.
that's horrible.
But we have to move not only in an era of integrity and discern, but we have to move with wisdom. And we talked about this before, Regina. You cannot allow the chat and people to put those
No.
things in your back and when you're doing wrong. It's just for their entertainment, but it's going to be for your detriment. You're the one that's going to be out $77,000. And that's what he's out, $77,845,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, I'd rather talk about people instead of talking about people in my circle. I just talk
Right.
about the news. Just report the news. I always tell people this, and this is true talk. I tell people this who's doing YouTube or even Instagram or even just going on their social media stuff. Report the news. Don't become the news.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always say that, and you try and do as best as you can and
Mhm.
be as nice as you can and stay out of the mess as you can. But these things can be learning lessons. And that is one thing I'm glad that Jives does do. He shares his experience, what he goes through. He opens it up on his platform. But just some of the things that not only Jives, but other YouTubers do,
Mhm.
sometimes they go a little too far and
Mhm.
and and it gets messy and murky. But I
And
do
this
love
one
that
was
God
just
does share
too
because yeah,
this one was just too far. It went too far.
mhm,
Go that like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh Jesus, too much, too much.
Yeah.
But I'm
And we
glad
thought
to
it was
see you
closed. We thought it
again.
was done. So, it is what it is. What's
I'm
up,
glad to see you again.
Darius?
I love the wall. The wall back there is looking nice.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, Darius.
Yeah, I got a lot of
Mm-mm.
different stuff. But when is your next show at the Juice Radio and Talk Show?
Well, I am
I know you're kind of busy
changing
right
up
now.
some stuff. Yeah, I'm busy, family first. But
Mhm.
I'm getting some stuff together, and we're gonna see where we're gonna go. And we still have our regular church news on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mhm.
Money
Mhm.
Mondays on Mondays at 12 noon, and then we switched a couple of things. Our Bible study that we normally have on Wednesdays at 7:30, and Real Talk Live with Bishop Kimbrough at 6 are now switched to my 501c3 church channel, which is Truth and
Oh,
Triumph Ministries. So
okay.
I have to separate the two because we need to get church to be in the church world, and we need to
Mhm.
get the news to stay here on the Juicy Radio and Talk Show so that people can
'Cause you talk
understand and
about a
hear.
lot of different things. So, yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to separate them a little bit. Yeah.
It is. It is.
Mhm.
And some people when they come to the Juice, they're like, "Oh, you're this, gospel channel." Yeah, we have a spiritual aspect, but the Juice Radio and
Mhm.
Talk Show is our network news channel.
Yeah.
It's not just our Bible study. So I noticed people were getting confused when they were coming to the channel. They were thinking it was only gospel, but it's
Yeah.
not. So that's why I moved the two actual gospel shows to the gospel channel, the church channel,
Mhm.
which is
Mhm.
Truth and Triumph Ministries. But everything else, we're doing some more news talk and all that. We're actually, because of all this stuff that I'm going through with my brother, we're going to start getting into fitness and healing and doing our bodies right. One thing that I learned, and I'll share with the platform real quick,
Mhm.
is when I spoke to the doctor about my brother and him having this stroke, the doctor said this, and it struck me and was like, oh my gosh, we got to get our people knowledgeable. He said that strokes happen greater in the African American community than any other.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
said,
I've heard that. I've heard that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
We
have
can't leave
got
the ham
to,
hocks and the fat back and the fried chicken and everything. And I think that and not with the proper exercise and the proper, that it leads into that. Yeah.
that's key. But he said it's not even so much what we eat, it's
Mhm.
the lack of exercise.
Gotcha. Mhm.
We
Mhm.
got to get back to that. So I'll be
Yeah.
talking more about that. But the way I want to discuss it is I want to have professionals on and have the real conversations about it. But I still be over here chit chat with y'all about some of the things that's going on.
You. Just want you to come and holler, say hey for me. Make sure you
Yeah.
guys are subscribe to the Truth and Triumph channel, and also the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Everybody,
I appreciate that, St. James.
We'll
And
talk again soon. I'm gonna end pretty soon because I want to throw everybody over there to Marcellus. Thank you so much.
We finna go over there ourselves. Thank you. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Princess says my mom had a stroke and really changed. Oh yeah. Darius, I want to talk to you, but we got to get over. Okay, we got. Oh, he had put it in the back. Okay, we got to get over to Marcellus. At times people don't even know that they have been high blood pressure. That's true. That's a question. Get out of here. Any comment? Boot it. Make sure now if you're just barely coming in and you didn't see the entire show, hit the replay. Make sure you put some comments in as you're watching it. Feel free to put comments in and give your opinion. Again, this was a situation where we talked about Felton and King Jives' lawsuit. It was attempted to be rekindled and redone, but it didn't. Judge, nope, out, done. Do you? I mean, nothing bad. I just know you're close to Jives. And I just want like, was there a conversation? Did you participate in the conversation before he presented that motion to the court? Did you have any advice? Did you try to steer him away? Did you tell him to reread the agreement about the 45-day time frame that Felton had? That's my question. Because like I said, I know you're close. And I would think someone close to me, they would say, hey, St. James, listen, you know, there's a 45-day. Or did you read that settlement agreement yet? Did you read the judge's orders? Did you that type of thing before anything additional is presented to the court? That's all I was saying. Yeah. 24 hours. But listen, it is what it is. We are, let's see here. I don't know. Is he on yet? Oh, he is. Okay. All right, everybody. Stay in the chat. All right. All 327. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you for those who have sent. I've seen some Cash App. Thank you for those who also helped me reach my goal tonight. And we reached it. I just didn't put the right timer and stuff on there, but we did reach the goal. So I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. If you would like to also participate in the support of this channel, $ the St. James Show or $ St. James Show for Cash App. And if you'd like to give Zelle or PayPal, you can bring that up by typing in the St. James Show at att.net on those apps. All right. And Venmo is the St. James Show as well. All right. So thank you so much for listening. And if you, like I said, if you're late coming in here, hit that replay and revisit the show. All right. So I appreciate y'all. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I think I got to have a day of rest or something. All right. So I appreciate y'all, but love you.